Alright. So,
Mm-hmm.
as you go forward, I believe you were running, Storm.
I thought it was running in the 90s.
Not gonna do any more. Okay.
Okay.
So, as you're going into the storm, it
Mm-hmm.
goes less into like tornado-y, kind of hurricane-y, and becomes more like atmosphere, foggy, heavy air.
Hmm.
But the smoke made out of shadow, during your view. The only thing around you, a little bit of space that's created from light. Why is okay? Double check. Just the same. Fuck. Hello. Hi. Testing. Hello. Okay, I gotta adjust the sensitivity of.
Okay. I mean, it's still the same in Discord.
Uh, there we go. Okay, we're better now. Alright, so the lantern's light has created almost a small orb 10 feet in radius. Are just walking forward. As you walk forward, you can see the like smoky, shadowy air just kind of curling away and continuing in this orb, almost kind of like Avatar style when you're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking forward, the air around you just dead. No longer is there the rain and the storm and the wind. It's very quiet, like disturbingly quiet. There's no footstep sounds. There's no sound at all from the feel of it.
Hmm.
You keep walking forward, or what you think is forward. Direction is kind of becoming harder and harder. And eventually, you do hear one sound. It's just behind you. Voice going. So,
Cool.
are you gonna turn around then?
Absolutely not. Not a fucking chance.
No? Okay. I mean, I can talk to the back of your head all day. Not a big deal.
That's fine.
Alright.
They can talk my ear off.
Well, how about 2? Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, keep moving forward.
okay. Well, I'm not much of a talker, I guess. So how do you plan on getting out of here? You're just gonna
hopefully by putting
keep
one foot
walking?
in front of the other, I'll eventually find the other side.
And you don't even know where you are.
Having a clue.
That's why you're the interesting one, I guess.
Or the dumb one. Either or. I'm okay with both.
I mean, one comes with the other, in my personal opinion. But,
Oh, synonymous.
yes. Oh, sometimes.
Fair. I can respect that.
Stupidity and greatness together kind of creates the entertainment, for me, at least.
No, I mean, as long as my death is entertaining, that's really all that matters, right?
That's what I'm banking on. Anyway,
Entertainment or my death?
I mean, why not both? Eventually. I mean, you never know when. That's the fun of it.
Maybe a few hundred years from now.
Never know. But, anyway, my name is Cornez. I know yours, but your lantern here summoned me as a spirit to guide you.
Ooh.
And, curious if you want something more than just guidance.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, you're about to face certain death. Shadowfell is not a very safe place, especially going into the heart of a devil lord. I mean, Estros pissing him off isn't the best idea. So, you might need all the help you can get. But, I mean, honestly, I'm a huge fan. I mean, it takes some major balls to go in, and you're doing it. And so I kind of want to make it a little more interesting, more fair. You know, a group of people coming in and just immediately dying is just a little bit it's bland. You know who's gonna win. You know, and it's not.
I mean, that is fair. And what's life without entertainment? Am I right?
Exactly. That's why I'm alive. Anyway, I have an amulet here for you, if you care to have it. As long as you wear it, you'll be fairly stronger. You'll have my blessing.
Well, I do appreciate gifts, and I do love my amulets.
Okay, well, here you go. I mean, eventually, if you turn around, I'm going to be putting it on myself. Big fan of.
That's fair. I can respect that, and I will indeed turn around for you.
Okay. So you turn around, and he has like almost like a pink jade amulet with a small miniature dragon head at the very like centerpiece.
Ooh,
Up to you. Can you take it?
I do.
All right. Now the one thing that I am gonna the amulet that I have is technically yours, but I've kind of did a little trickery, a little magic, as you say. He's like moving his hands a little. I've enchanted it. I've given it a little bit of my blessing. Give you a few powers that you don't necessarily have right now. But yeah, it's technically yours. You can keep it afterwards. It's only gonna last so long, and once you leave here, you're on your own. But hopefully I get my entertainment. Live or let die.
That's fair.
Just one warning though. You know those people that you used to travel with? Back? Maybe a year or two.
Like fuck, where are my notes? Yeah, the other. God damn it, Rob, you're so disorganized. Oh no, is this the one that I wanted? I think this one I want. God, I have too many names here. Yeah, the guard
Caravan.
person fella.
The caravan that
The
you're traveling.
caravan.
Yes, the trading caravan.
Yes.
Many of them aren't around anymore. They were killed by members of the Hand, looking for this amulet. Seems that it proves a little bit of use. How much I want to tell you? A little bit of fun. Ah, fuck it. Alright, well, get ready, because I'm about to give you a little bit. First off, the Spectral Tower. You do have the orb that you Davos. You also have a little bit of another prize. A prisoner. Kind of a little hobby group that parents may have followed. A little bit more if he survives, and that's kind of the fun part for me personally. I'm not going to ruin it. The other thing, the amulet is kind of key, so you might want to keep that if you live. I mean, if you die, I mean, who really cares anymore? But if you do live, kind of useful. A little bit to do with the answers that you're looking for. Just bear those two things in mind.
I see.
And personally, the third set of advice from my wise mind would just be, do as you will. At least make it fun. Get bored so easily.
I mean, not dying is one of my favorite things to do.
See how that works out for you. Anyway, you can continue on and see what you have. Because this one's exciting. You see him just kind of walk into the darkness. You now have 3 levels of Warlock um, as temporary, and I will give you the details of the things to select as we continue on next little while. Okay?
Okie dokie.
Alright. You're temporarily blessed by Cornez the Trickster. Go back to the other group. Just gotta get it out of my system. Alright. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of typing for the moment. But to give you
I'm
guys.
gonna go pee real quick though.
Okay, that works too.
Maybe.
I was gonna say to set the scene, recap on the last little bit. I really hope he doesn't do that. Alright, so.
But
You guys remember where you left off?
we were inside the
do.
storm.
Yeah.
You
guys ended up making-
At all.
And you guys ended up making it through. You are all now on the other side. Gonna have to pretend Eric and or Roran at least. And the major differences that you see are depending on your role, and you guys may have written that down. I believe Baron noticed, but Ariel's eyes are a different color. Zenkor is wearing. Everyone knows that Zenkor is wearing a pink jade amulet with a small dragon skull as the centerpiece of the amulet. And Roran's sword is kind of like has a faint engraving in it all the way up the blade. It's just kind of like swirling. That hasn't been there before. Otherwise, everyone else looks pretty normal. Now, as far as the as far as the like surroundings for you, you see it's a complete red desert, like a very dark red, almost like cayenne or color. The surface is pretty easy to walk upon. It's only like up to the tip of your heels as you walk. But as you look across the entire desert, you can see jagged, almost like cliff-like teeth that come out of the sand, protruding about 15 to 20 feet high, and mostly providing almost like small little troughs of cover, making almost like small hills. You see in the distance some figures flying around the keep that is covered or surrounded by fortification, 3 towers on each side, and you can see in the very, very distance near the mountain, you can see a glowing greenish blue tower, and it's glowing because a strange, almost spectral fire is just kind of swirling around it.
Okay, but what's due west?
Due west,
West.
mountains,
Ooh,
very, very far.
I bet I can throw these football over those mountains.
I bet you 20 gold you can't.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Step 1, finds a way to summon a football.
I mean,
Well,
I
he
can
might
just
have
cast
some
an
spell or
illusion.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't know you have the range for that.
Well, I mean, it's just like a vanishing point. So like, I just keep it at my max range. I just make it go smaller and smaller.
Alright.
Are you that smart?
I mean, Rob is Zenkor, probably not. Well, you might be. That's a good question, actually. My insight is +4, and my deception is +7, and my persuasion is +7.
That's not smart things.
Yeah, but like, there are things that could be used to be smart things.
Mm.
I'm just typing the last little bit of Rob's information. Everyone else knows what this is, essentially.
Oh, okay.
But Rob will know.
I played touch football
There you
yesterday
go.
without stretching first, and my body is fucking killing me.
So if you go to D&D Beyond to your character, hit edit character or whatever, and when you go to class, you're going to go to the bottom and it's add class. You're going to add 3 levels of Warlock, and the Discord message tells you all the changes changing and filling out. It's essentially all the blue stuff. You have a little bit of reading to do if you want, really quickly, of your stuff. The most important things that you probably want to read are mostly your pact boons and your invocations. And then you have a couple extra spells, essentially.
Okay.
Does he have different spell slots because he's like part
Yep.
Warlock now?
Yeah, we'll automatically do it for him.
Slots.
Yes.
Those are so
So
interesting.
he gets pact slots and he gets the regular spell slots he has.
Part warlock for now.
Yeah. So, just a heads up for mechanical reasons, I am going to explain this to you. But your pack slots always are used at max level. So if you use a pack slot instead of a regular spell slot, it's max level automatically.
Okay.
So that's like level 2 or something.
No, it's based off
Or
of
Warlock. Or because there's
It's-
weird spell slot bullshit
yeah,
when you're multi-classing. So he's gonna have like a level 6 pack
Yeah.
slot or something.
yeah, yeah.
Kind of
his-
badass because they refresh on every short rest.
Yeah, he got a mini buffs
Yeah.
that can be pretty good.
Can he cast sorcerer spells with a warlock slot?
Sorcerer spells with a warlock slot? Yes, he can. They're slots.
Interesting.
Yeah, those are just slots. He can
That's
use them
so
however he
weird.
wants. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that's how the rules work. That's why a lot of people like warlocks are the most common dip to have in D&D because they're just really really easy to abuse. You can do that twice every short rest. And then he has a couple of spells that are kind of themed at least a little bit towards what you've given.
Can we have a refresher on what the fuck we're doing here? We're trying to get some gem or something.
Yeah, so a quick recap. Just trying to get a good level for the ambience. Sorry. So the quick summary is that you guys wanted to go to Zithra for Zenkor's personal reasons and to kind of investigate the dark magic that is causing the storm. Mostly for personal reasons, but that depends on how Zenkor wants to say it. When you guys met Davos, Davos said that there is a orb that's located at the tower that is causing the storm and is an object of great magical power. And later on, it was referenced as Orb of Decay. And he told you the quick history lesson where a scroll and the Orb of Decay were used in conjunction with each other to summon a Devil Lord to the material plane. But using 2 really, really powerful magical artifacts and not being able to control both of them at the same time ruptured kind of the frail veil between 2 planes of existence, and that's what's caused the storm. And the storm itself, as some of you learnt when you started to travel through it, is not really a storm, but actually the absence of plane. And you were actually walking, not metaphorically, but I don't know how to talk about this because this is a really abstract thing to imagine. but it's like it's just a space between existence.
So like nothing.
Yeah, in theory, but it's still technically existing because it is something that is between each plane. So you guys kind of experienced like not metaphorical, but the meta. I don't remember the.
Physical.
Yeah, metaphysical. So you guys experienced something that is probably theoretical to even some wizards who try and learn about the planes and how the universe works.
That's pretty cool. It just felt like a storm.
We'll call it that.
Now, you guys are now standing, like I said, in the heart of the Red Desert. The distance you can see Zithra, or what is Zithra from the material plane now here, Shadowfell. Instantly you guys can feel not necessarily anything from the air or the environment, but you can all feel a weird weight, emotional weight on each of you. Just by existing in this place, you can almost feel the, not exactly dread, but just emotional exhaustion. As if
This is
you've,
some art imitating life shit right here.
like as if you guys have just had like a really rough week, but nothing has really happened other than just your usual adventuring. You still see the flying creatures in the sky above Zithra, and every once in a while they start flying out, patrolling around the Red Desert. You can see small dots, every once in a while black dots, moving around in the distance around the Red Desert in front of you guys, between you and Zithra.
Okay. So we got a big tower that we're pretty sure we have to go to, and there's flying things that can spot us probably pretty easy against the Red Desert.
Yep.
Is there like a star, like a sun in the sky?
No.
Is it nighttime? Or is it just sort of
It's
this
a weird, yeah, it's a weird red twilight.
Okay, so there's probably no like daytime, nighttime here.
Daytime.
I showed Sam that yesterday. Nighttime, nighttime.
Daytime.
I
Give
don't know how we
you,
hide from flying things.
Pass without trace.
you can make a survival check because you might not know, but Baron looking around would know.
Do you want Baron to make that?
Baron, yeah.
Data 22.
22. The way that the quote-unquote teeth, the jagged cliff rocks that are protruding out of the sand, they're almost like overhead in some ditches and trophs. So you can actually, like, you're going to either walk on top of them as you go over the hills, or you're going to be walking under them.
Okay.
So you might be able to find a way to travel going through most of the trophs and using the teeth as kind of potential cover.
That seems pretty legit.
The only thing is, you don't know the difference between the material plane and the Shadowfell, if animals exist or anything like that. But quite often, you've known that animals like shelter, and so there may be small caves or like dig-ins into the sand in these sort of areas because they would provide shelter.
Okay. Varen doesn't know anything about that. Well, he knows that about Earth, but that's like not a big deal. 'cause
Yeah,
of course
he
the worst
doesn't
thing
know
happens,
if
maybe
it's-
there or something.
Yeah, he doesn't know if it's the same here because he doesn't even
Yeah.
see any animal.
I'm definitely gonna recommend that we try to hide under the teeth. Will they help like lead us sort of at least sort of towards wherever we're going?
They're existent throughout the entire Red Desert. So any direction that you, any direction that you want to go, like the dunes have like these cascading out of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I also send you guys.
Like,
I sent you guys like a really shitty drawing of the kind of rough geography of this area. that you can see. And you also, just a reminder, behind you guys is like a weird tear in the veil. That's not exactly like the storm. It's just a weird, like, yeah. And then you guys...
a little triangle around a plant or something.
Yes, you did.
So we could find our way back, maybe.
Yeah, and then you also have the differences in each other that you've also noticed lately.
I think we should just sort of play hopscotch between these teeth or whatever we're calling them. Just truck along for now. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably
What's
good.
the worst that can happen?
I mean, I do
Everybody
enjoy
dies.
hopscotch.
I think it's fine. I think we can at least like it. My interpretation is that we're still like a fair distance away from or whatever. So at least until we get closer is probably pretty good.
Alrighty.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we want pass without trace just in case?
I think we should use that when we get closer.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys are pretty far away. Probably about a half day's journey away. You guys start going forward, and it's a very quiet and still landscape. For something like this, even you don't need to be an expert ranger or master of nature to understand that such a wide open space, the wind should be felt. Even the slightest little bit of breeze. The air is always still. There's no breeze. There's nothing. Sand stays still, and the only dust and sand that seems to be stirred seems to be following the dark figures in the sky. The only air that gets disturbed, you guys, and the air that gets disturbed from the creatures that are flying. It's dusty, dry smelling, practically taste just like crusty, dry air. It's almost like you guys when you're in the tomb, but without the decay. And you can hear a like steady ripple that's almost like being close to burning air. The sound of combustion. Like you can hear very faintly as a hum from the tower in the distance. Even as far as it is now, you can hear it. Every once in a while, you hear a high-pitched scream. Something bird-like.
Not like the scream we heard before, and it was those plants.
No. That was like a woman in pain. This is very bird-like screeching, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, you guys continue forward. You walk for, I'd say, about a good hour. And...
45, no problem.
no problem. And I just realized that I have dice. I don't have my dice. I have to do roll 20s. Are you kidding me?
Sometimes I don't know if that's a good thing when he says that.
No, just sometimes friggin' roll 20 is a dick. Okay, cool. So, you guys walk forward, and I need... Who's leading, by the way? Are you guys, like, walking in a line? Are you guys walking as a bunch? Like, how are you guys proceeding in here?
I feel like
Just,
Varen would
bunched up, I'd imagine.
kind of lead, but probably just a bunch, yeah.
Okay, cool. I need... Whoever has the highest natural perception out of the three of you to roll a perception check.
The highest natural perception?
Yeah, so just compare between the three of you right now.
Definitely not
six.
So, like-
Zenithor.
You have a 6?
The add-on?
A +6.
I have-
No, I'm saying you're passive.
Passive.
16.
I have 17.
Okay, so Ariel, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh
Oh
boy,
yeah.
party.
What the fuck, man?
Alright, as you guys go forward,
Oh boy.
you guys go forward,
Parents are dead.
you hear the sound of rocks trailing down one of the teeth that's above you. And you hear a voice. I think I heard something. Shut up for a second.
Was there anything that we can like hide behind?
You have deeper into the teeth, like that like indents into like entrophes into the ground a little bit. But otherwise just have to try and use the terrain around like a hilltop.
I just want to get behind something away from wherever I heard that sound. Or
Okay.
wherever those people.
Alright, everyone make a stealth check then.
You guys didn't want the plus 10.
No, we good.
That's fine.
What is my stealth? My stealth is a +1 normally. Good god.
That's a
36 natural 20. So you got a 36, Senkor got a 17, Ariel got a 14. Can Rob, can you roll for Roran, and can Sean roll for Caradoc?
I
Yeah.
have no
Thank
idea
you.
what stealth is.
Will he just have his normal stealth?
Yep.
Okay.
So 7,
From the dwarf man.
4. Okay, cool.
4.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta average this out. That's definitely a fail. Fail. Oh.
That's a big win from Elfman.
Oh no.
Fail with one of them being a net.
I'm gonna.
And that 20 plus a nat 4 plus 12.
Yeah, but honestly, like the number to beat was 18. So I'm rolling for the other guy to see.
Roll wrecked.
Kind of decide it here. You guys go into the trove, and you just all are quiet, and you hear them moving now. You can hear the footsteps, just tracking the earth as they walk forward, closer to the tip of the tooth above you. Here, footsteps right there. See them, right? Yeah. Let's trail around here. Back. Get ready. If anything goes wrong, send the signal. Alright. Hear their footsteps starting to go down now.
Ariel, make
yeah.
false tracks with Move Earth. Lead,
Or I
make
could
tracks
mold
leading away
Earth
from
and
us.
Make like a
Oh.
make tracks. Can I do that?
Mold earth to you can earth to make tracks. Well, it depends what it says. If it says work stone, what specifically here?
I think you can.
Dirt or
I think.
Dirt
mold
or
earth, you
stone?
can
Yeah,
do
then dirt and sand are the same to me, yeah.
So whatever
Sand's just a bunch of
So-
tiny stones.
So whatever direction you decide to do like your mold earth in, I can cast a phantasmal force in the opposite direction to make like a bunch of noise.
Okay. I don't know if I understood what you. Okay, so I'll clear away with mold earth what footprints are already there, and put footprints leading the other directions, like where I guess their voices would come down. I don't know. Like, do I have an idea of where their voices are? Just put the footprints.
They're directly,
Or-
yeah, they're directly above you.
God. Oh, I think fucked. Anyways.
And they're turning to go in a circle around into the trough to where you guys are. So you have like to just give you a vague like kind of description of the environment around you. Like you guys are essentially like have this tent-esque kind of thing above you, and then you're slightly lower on what already was like a half pipe kind of setup. So
They're
they're
on the cliff above us.
yes, and so
They're
they're starting.
just on the other side of the ridge.
And there's-
kind of like in Lord of the Rings when
Yeah,
the ring
yeah.
wraiths were standing right above the log where
Yeah.
Frodo and Sam
Mhm.
were hiding.
Just a little bit more skateboardy, half pipey. And
Yeah.
they saw your footsteps in the middle of that that trough, and they're starting to head over to it.
They're on like it's a cliff.
Yeah, they're on a cliff. Like, they're on the earth above you right now.
Could I just like fuck shit up and cause an earth tremor and just try to make them think that they shouldn't come down here?
I don't know. You do whatever you want.
Let's do stupid things.
Just let
guys.
Zenkor
You
use
guys-
Phantasm
Yes.
Force.
Alright.
You can hear them.
That kind of cross back behind them.
You can hear the sand being disturbed, like
They
on the
think
other
we're-
side of the hill.
Yep.
Alright, Zenkor casts Phantasm Force and makes a lot of like footstep noises leading towards the back. That sounds like a bunch of people running.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Who's Phantasmal Force?
Yeah, what is this spell? I'll look this up too.
You hear them calling out, "They went the other way!" So you hearing the running of them, kind of running off into the distance. Slowly.
Smart man.
I want to. Okay, so they. What direction did they get sent? Like, I'm imagining
the direction that. Okay,
It's
so you
hard to
guys.
describe this.
So yeah, so you guys are traveling north or southbound. Sorry. The map that I have is reverse directions, like inversed. So south is the top, north is the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is in your
You're
perspective. Yes, this is in your
traveling
perspective. You're traveling south.
We're traveling south.
You're
so-
starting from the bottom, and now you're here. So you're starting in the bottom of the drawing, and you're heading
now the
up.
whole team fucking here.
Yeah,
We're
you're.
not at the part that said spectral tear.
No,
the top
no,
of
no,
the
no, no, no. That's like way off in the distance. You're at the very bottom of the page.
Okay.
The spectral tower you can see way off in the distance to your
spectral How?
yes, yeah. It's way off to your slight right, way down south.
Way down there, Morty.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can we simplify this to say like, are we facing the tower in our little like cubby right now?
Yeah, we're heading towards the tower. We're going.
You're
I know
towards
where
the
we're
tower.
heading.
okay. You're eastward on the drawing.
the-
right?
the-
So you're towards the right.
Did they run west?
Yes.
Okay, I want to creep up this hill that we're like under, beside, or whatever, and I want to try to get a look at them. Go.
Okay. Okay. They seem to be wearing black, leather armor, long black hair on one, silverish, short hair on the other, pale skin.
Okay. Do I have any idea like what they are? What race or whatever?
Check what that would be in my. I'd say, make a history check.
That's no good, huh?
Yeah.
That's no good, huh? An 8.
They look.
Only Zenkor were making a hit.
They don't look alive. They look undead. They're intelligent.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're weird. Okay. Can I see some of their like footprints in the sand?
Yeah.
I would like to create a mental picture of those footprints.
Okay.
I want to know what they look like.
Okay. They're almost like they're similar to yours. You can see that they have.
I don't necessarily. You don't need to paint me a picture.
Yeah.
A word picture unless you want to. I just
I
want
mean,
Aaron to remember what they look like because
yeah,
I have
just-
my magical boots.
Cool. All right. They're basically they're basically like human-esque with like small indents of like claws. Still 5 like toes, but they have claws.
Normal-ish. Okay.
Yeah.
You know
and
what?
they're-
I'm gonna switch my boots over. I'm gonna make my
Okay.
tracks.
Okay, and then their heel is like slightly longer. Like that little crevice of the heel is. Okay. So you're now weird undead
These
people boots.
Yeah. but
Okay.
only me, and everyone else looks normal.
Okay. All right. So they might think you're like a prisoner now or some shit. Who knows?
Can I,
Yeah.
Can I just use my cantrip to like cover up our tracks, or like do I really have
Yeah.
to do that? Can I just like drag my coat?
You can do either of those.
I mean, Zenkor can also just constantly cast Prestidigitation to get rid of our tracks.
Yeah, both of you can do that.
Cantrip
Yeah.
after all.
By your power
Alright, team.
combined.
Voltron.
Alright, so you guys are now kind of working. You're moving a little bit slower, but you are making sure that there's no tracks behind you.
Yeah.
And you are now aware that there's some creatures in the desert, humanoid.
She. Only we could just ethnic cleanse them.
off. Okay, I want to do my dumb ranger bullshit. I'm gonna spend a minute with my eyes closed, just walking forward and trusting.
Mhm.
To sense my favorite enemies within blah blah blah. But
Okay.
one of my favorite enemies is humanoids. I don't know if those guys count. I really only care about like the path between us and the tower.
Okay, how far does it go out?
5 miles.
5 miles. Second.
And it's humanoids, so if these dudes are undead, I think that does not count. But
Oh well.
it's worth a shot. Or I guess also fiends. If there's any fiends in the area, they.
Yeah. So 5 miles isn't necessarily going to reach the Zithra, let alone the tower.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you can sense, you don't necessarily sense any humanoids. Just gonna double check everything that I have up from my notes to make sure I don't give you false information. Currently you sense in the sky 2 fiends.
Okay, that's good info.
And when you look, well, later if you look when you open your eyes, you'll see a kind of like bat-esque kind of creature flying with bat wings. Then another larger one that's almost like gargoyle-esque that's flying towards you guys. It's about 3 to 4 miles away. And then I think that's really it as far as fiends or humanoids.
Cool. I thought I'd give it a go.
Whatever those things are, don't seem to be alive.
Okay, I think we're just gonna keep creeping along.
Yep. Hey guys. Okay, you guys are going essentially half speed. Are you moving stealthily now, or are you just like keeping your pace? That will also
do we agree that
change.
You might want my plus 10.
That'll change how fast you guys are going.
I mean, I guess pass without trace may come in handy.
It's just like we're so far away that you'd have to cast it like multiple times as we like approach this thing, because I think it only lasts for an hour, right?
Yeah, and it's gonna take us a while to get there.
Like we are not an hour away from this tower.
Well,
Oh yeah, it is an hour.
supposedly, Zenkor currently has the ability to summon a pseudo dragon pet.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can do that and have them, like scout ahead and give us like scouting reports.
Mm-hmm. Is that like a summon shit, what's it called?
I actually have no idea.
Familiar or something?
Yeah,
Or-
you're thinking find familiar. Yeah, it's like find familiar, except for his boon or his pact of the chain. He instead of summoning like a minor animal, actually summon like a pseudo dragon,
Oh, okay.
which is a symbol of the individual you're talking to.
Okay, so it'd be a find familiar with the pack boon. Cast it at which level though?
You don't have to cast it. As
Oh.
far as I know. Let me double check the details for you. You should say on your class thing. You find Pact of the Chain. Yeah.
Yeah, there's way too much stuff going on with this paladin subclass thing that I have no idea.
Okay. Got it.
Woohoo!
Oh, you can cast it as a ritual.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, so you can just
Yeah.
do it. It just takes
About an
some
hour.
amount of time.
Yeah, it takes an hour. And you essentially have a pseudo dragon, and it can act independently of you in combat and everything. And
It's like intelligent and all that.
yeah, it's extra intelligent. And while it's within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. And you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears.
Right.
Shit, you can
Is that
ward.
only if it's in 100 feet? Or just like always?
No. And then it can continue to do stuff outside of 100 feet, but the telepathic bond gets kind of broken, and so it acts kind of independently there, based off of what you were telling it. Now,
Right.
Or,
the other thing, just to let you know,
know.
the other thing that you need to know before you summon it, or just then you can use this a little bit more competently, is you can temporarily dismiss it, and it goes into a pocket dimension, waiting till you summon it, or you can dismiss it forever, and then you have to spend an hour to re-summon it, right, as a ritual. As an action, when it's temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear within 30 feet. So if you don't want a pseudo-dragon around, you can like use an action and dismiss it. If you're not in combat, the actions don't matter, and then you can use an action to summon it back.
Okie dokie.
And if you cast a spell with the range of touch, your familiar can deliver it.
Ooh.
Yes, but it has to be within 100 feet of you and use its reaction.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely keep them within the 100 feet range.
Oh.
Alright, well then I guess we can hunker down for an hour while I summon this fucker.
Oh yeah, and one
Go
last
out behind one of these like teeth or whatever.
little
Yeah.
thing you can do with it. You can talk. It can talk with your voice, and you can say stuff to people. Yeah. That's a boon that only warlocks have.
Hmm. Okay. So it's like a puppetry.
Imagine just like running into a room with enemies, being like, "Eat shit, die with the fires." And
Yeah.
then-
Then it flies around, and yeah, you can do that. That's a thing you can do.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh my god, Becca, look at that butt.
She must be like one of them
Here's the
rap star girlfriends.
And then also, just to let you know as well, another passive thing that you have is you can see normally in darkness, magical and non-magical, up to 120 feet. So you actually have dark vision now, and you actually have a superior dark vision. You can see through magical darkness.
Hey, fuck you, magical darkness.
So you guys might not have to worry about light and shit in the dark.
Like a sucker some
Except for
We
Roran.
still have
Yeah.
an aerial. So we still have
One less.
Okay, let's hunker down somewhere then, and let Rob summon his little scout, because like we had Drim before, and he was pretty damn useful as a scout.
Yeah. And we can name him Drim 2.0.
Drim
Drim
2, electric
not-
boogaloo.
Yeah.
Drim die.
What?
Oh, he was
No, he
released just
went-
like Butterfree.
I mean,
so he could go
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he
went to
didn't.
get his fucking business.
He didn't quote unquote die. We just sent him out across the ocean and hoped for the best.
Yeah, we just.
You don't know where he went.
I'm kidding. You're like, go back home, and then it's like, you're really far away from home through water.
Or he would have just hitched a ride on a boat
I know,
or
I know.
something.
It's just like a funny thing.
Or he's dead, you know. It's
We all,
fine.
we all
Say
know
la
that.
vie.
We all know that Drim is on a farm upstate.
He's getting his bitches.
Hell yeah, he is.
Alright, cool.
So I guess we could yada 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 through an hour, unless you want to.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to talk about in that hour that Thinkor's just sitting there doing a weird ritual with his amulet,
Yeah, if there's
or anything that you want to do, then you can do. Unfortunately, Zenkor is going to be distracted, so he can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're taking a look out.
Keep an
Yeah,
eye out.
shut your mouth and work.
Alright, so Baron, you can do a perception check then.
This one.
Okay.
22.
Alright, so you see a couple other patrols. One of them in threes. One single, and another two off distances, rolling through the hill. They don't seem to be coming close to you or noticing you guys at all. In the weird twilight, in the little area nook that you guys are in, Roran's kind of keeping towards the surface of it near you, just because he prefers the light, because it gets pretty dark in here with the weird twilight and the shelter. This not being a problem for Zenkor anymore. And you notice that the two flying figures are getting very close now, doing a run near you guys.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to keep an eye on them.
Can I, like, if they were to fly right over top of us, would they see us?
They could potentially. They're coming from the opposite side.
Okay.
It depends on how good their vision is.
Can I use mold earth and make like a slight overhang of like, I don't know, is it rocks? Can I move rocks? Stone, yeah. Would you say those spiky things are stone?
Hmm?
Okay, so can I make like a stone like sort of umbrella over us, but like make it jagged so it doesn't look pretty?
You bend the teeth slightly, and you're slowly trying to work it, but they're getting really close to the point where like if you keep moving it, it might be, because you're like literally moving earth.
Okay, I'm gonna stop then.
I need the two of you to make a stealth check with advantage.
So plus 10, right?
You didn't use the spell. You said you're gonna wait till you get closer.
Oh yeah, I'll use motherfuckers.
Yep, but you have advantage. You're in cover. Natural 20. Alright.
Fuck.
And a 9. Okay. Well, because it's not. Yeah, that's not advantage anyway.
Yeah.
But out of curiosity,
That's
11. Okay. Because he didn't roll a natural 1 twice. Baron actually like grabs you as you're moving the earth and like pulls you deeper into the pit. You just wait until the figures fly over. Baron being close enough at an angle, we can kind of make out slightly the figures. One of them seems to be smaller, almost humanoid in shape, with a big wingspan. You almost would imagine it'd be like an angel, but this one seems to have amberish wings, almost the same color as the sand. Yes, amber one. Or be more crimson. They're feather in nature. Black figure. You don't know if it's from skin or shell or what it is. The other figure is much larger. Reptilian. Big bat-like wings. Almost the gargoyle-esque that reminds you of that event that you had in your past. But this creature is rather large. Reptilian in nature. You actually see...
gargoyles before?
Yes, you have. You see glowing yellow cat-like eyes on its figure. And both of them fly by.
Nice. Nice.
Now, turning around shortly after, you see a light pink glow in the sand, before it starts sinking right in front of Zenkor. And then, with a great, quick pink flame and puff of smoke, you can see a figure crawling out. See a small, pinkish, blackish mixture of a pseudo-dragon crawling out. Hues of it's mostly black with hues of pink.
Aww.
It's cute as hell.
What are we gonna
What's
name
his
it?
name?
I mean,
What's his
Name it! You're like,
What's in his
yeah,
name
now.
anyway?
You're like, nah, now we can do stuff. You're like, no! Name it
Become
immediately.
Pseudo Dragon Boy.
You, call it,
Mm,
you could call him Pooh Boy.
We'll
Pseudo
call him
dragons are
Boo Boy.
smart.
Or
You
not.
can
Everybody
ask
looks at
him.
you like the fuck.
Does he
Oh,
have
I
a
can ask
name?
him what his
Pseudo
name
dragons are like intelligent little things, and then Calvin
Yeah.
with a name.
Yeah, he's smart as fuck. Hey
Big
there,
dick
little one.
boy.
This is.
Yeah.
What is your name?
My name is Big Dick Boy.
He doesn't actually have a name.
What is your quest?
Mm.
He's literally just I wouldn't say a baby, he is full grown, but he is just created.
Ooh.
Mm.
He,
Fresh.
he, he's, yeah, he's summoned from the actual blessing, and yeah. Try and continue
call
on.
him, call him Batty,
We'll call him Natsu because he's a dragon.
Okay.
All right, his name is Natsu. Also, 1 second, I gotta put on a shirt because I'm cold.
Alright, now you have a little mini dragon named Natsu.
Oh, you fucking weeaboo. I mean, it's a good name.
It seems to be stretching out its new muscles. Looking around. It's almost like it looks like a dragon, but it acts very cat-like. Stretching.
Oh, I'm gonna make it even
Dragons.
more.
I've got. Oh fuck yeah! I got some good berries. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a good berry.
Okay. He really enjoys it. The first thing it's ever tasted. And
Hell yeah, boy!
if there was any others in your hand, it would have eaten those too without being prompted.
I gave him one.
Okay.
You offered him one. He took it all.
Well, I have. I don't know. Maybe Calvin
That's
won't be happy to hear
Calvin's
this.
gonna tell you,
I have.
like-
I have 70 good berries. In my bag. No.
Many of them have gone bad, but I just haven't
No,
told
no,
you.
I keep track of that.
Oh, really?
Every time
Okay.
we long rest, I
Okay.
clear it out,
Okay.
and then I sometimes I use up spell slots before the long rest.
Okay.
You just have a pocket of fermented
I just-
berries. It's fine.
I just had a lot of spell
Okay,
slots. I had all of my spell slots last time we rested.
Damn. That's a lot of spell slots.
So I have 69 good berries.
Nice. Nice. It's a good number.
Alright, guys. What are you doing now? You're sitting there with Natsu, who's recently fed.
Yeah.
Since
gonna-
he's summoned, we might as well get
Go
going.
around for us. Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, listen, Natsu, stay within 90 feet from me, and let's scout around, and we're gonna start moving forward towards that direction.
Okay.
Oh.
Does he
Okay.
talk?
Well, to me,
He's
Yeah.
telepathic.
Oh, okay.
he's literally
he,
just
like-
like Drim, but he's
Okay,
Natsu.
yeah. I don't know. Familiars are like different and weird.
Right. So he's going out a little bit forward of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the really interesting part. You might want this little stat block. Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. You might want this stat block to keep with you because this is your little buddy now. So if I ask you to make a roll, you're gonna have to use his stats. So he has perception and stealth written in under skills, which is under the strength and stuff. Go to the block, and you see his actions and stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the flying creatures have taken a swoop past you guys and is now flying off towards the west. You guys start moving again. Rob, you're temporarily blinded and deafened. Anytime that you are using the sight of the pseudo dragon itself, you can choose
Okay.
that, but you can still feel and you can still talk and everything. But you're just considered blind and deaf while you're seeing there. Alright, so just a heads up with that. But you can sense vaguely what it senses. You guys are with it. Holy shit, this thing is OP as fuck. Also, if it's within 10 feet of you, you have an advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects. So, just a heads up. Alright, so you guys are moving forward. Are you guys being stealthy?
Yeah.
I mean, how close are we to the tower?
You're about 2 miles off.
So we've crossed like half of the space
Yeah.
since we started.
Yeah, you're about halfway there.
Okay. Yeah, we might as well try to be kind of stealthy, I guess.
Okay. And in the meantime, you guys still doing the track thing?
Covering tracks?
Yeah.
I am, yes.
Okay.
So at least half-assedly.
So everyone do stealth checks, and then Baron, you're gonna do a stealth check for you and Caradoc, and I need you to mark a survival check when you stuff together. Then you can be a guide.
Okay. This is... Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So you have 3 rolls to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood.
Cool. And then Rob, you're gonna have to make a stealth check for your pseudo dragon as well.
Okay.
It's +4, by the way. You need to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Skills, perception +3,
Alright.
stealth +4.
So Ariel rolled a 14. Got Varen with a 25.
Fuck.
Got Sankor with a natural 1.
No, that's my dragons.
Oh, shit. Okay,
why it's
Natsu.
+4.
Yeah, Natsu rolled a natural 1.
Oh yeah,
He's
I
a
guess I gotta
baby.
do one
Give
for
him-
myself as well.
So,
Right.
Caradoc also natural one, because he's a baby.
Wait, Caradoc got a natural 1? Where?
I have... You made me do 3 rolls. One of them is a natural 1. And I labeled them all.
I see Baron stealth, Baron survival.
Yeah,
You don't.
I
see the
don't.
paradox
I don't
up
see
in
the Caradoc one in the middle. No.
does
Does
not
anyone not see that?
No.
is not there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean.
I'll be honest here and like.
Yeah. I guess if you rolled a 1, like it says on your side, like it made the roll.
Yeah, I put a screenshot in Discord.
Okay.
I don't know. Can we trust him?
I'm sorry. No, he doesn't want a natural one. Yeah.
Well, it's,
Oh, fuck.
I gotta count it. Yeah, I gotta count it as well. But okay. And then you got a 15. Yeah. So. All right. And then what's Zenkor's? Oh, 6. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with the good news first. So as you guys are going forward, Natsu doesn't necessarily notice this, but luckily Baron does. You can notice there's some parts in the sand that are loose, I guess would be the best term for it. They seem to be like recently burrowed, disturbed sand. That if weight was put on it, that it would give away.
Hmm.
That there are some tunnels. So you kind of guide people around them, and now that you're aware, you're able to make sure that you guys don't end up falling into caves that are probably home to something. And you guys end up continuing. As far as stealth, the Natsu, not really understanding what's going on, kind of starts chirping back towards you guys, seeing figures distant. And Zenkor kind of naturally and reactively starts hissing at it and like trying to like signal it to get back.
Shut the fuck up.
You're not really used to having something that you can telepathically communicate with, so you completely forget about it. And you're just like trying to usher it out. And you now see about a dune or two down from you guys, because you're now above them on an elevated height. See 2 of those guards or patrols starting to walk towards you.
Okay,
Hey.
how far away are they?
They're probably like 200 feet.
Oh, so they probably fucking see us.
I mean, it depends if we like take cover or anything.
One of them,
Yes,
one of them has a crossbow right now, loaded.
Pointed at us?
Not yet, but it's starting to try and get it at angle. Yeah.
Okay, they're aware of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's 200 feet away, and it's gonna try to shoot us with a cross.
He's not trying right now. He's moving forward, but it's loaded and
Okay.
ready. He's trying to get a good shot off.
Okay.
They're moving.
I want to wait for them to get a
Buddy
little
up.
bit closer, and
Okay.
I'm gonna blast them.
Okay. So you take cover by a hilltop, and once he gets within what range are you gonna say?
150 feet.
Okay. How's your bow? That
150 feet.
yeah. Okay. And then
Yeah.
what's your max range?
So the max range is 600. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
The non-disadvantage range,
Yeah.
like the normal,
Yeah.
is 150.
Okay. Cool. So make your shot then.
Okay, let me just double check.
Natsu in the meantime is flying back to you guys.
Let me make sure I don't have any weird stuff to add to this. Blah blah blah. It's a natural.
Natural 20 for 48.
Okay, I did. No, I rolled that wrong.
Okay.
So fuck.
Oh.
Damn it. I was supposed to do like a keep one.
Yeah. I mean, we keep one anyway. It's gonna be a 31 because it did roll twice.
Yeah. It's still
Yeah.
a natural.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm counting. Yeah. So it's a
Then
31, it hits.
Yes. I'm reminding myself how to do things.
Do?
That is a. Also, because I have to look at my extra shit to see if I get bonus.
It is aware of you. So
Yeah,
there is
so I
that.
don't think I get any like sneak attack shit or anything.
No, you have no
Just
allies.
normal-
Yeah, you have
just
no
get
allies
normal crit
within.
damage. Okay, that makes this easier.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just this. 16 damage.
15?
Yeah.
Your rolls aren't showing up. That's weird. All right.
Really? Here, let me
Yeah.
refresh this thing. Rejoin the game shortly. Here, can you see this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So you said 16 damage.
Yeah.
I'll take
It
that.
doesn't even show up in the history. That's so weird.
Yep. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna roll a D100.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
No, I can roll sneak attack on that. I can.
Because
take
it hasn't taken an
advantage
action.
if I have advantage on the attack roll, which I did.
Okay.
So I can add.
Why did you had advantage because it hasn't taken a turn yet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
So
then
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
add My
16 damage
add-
plus.
sneak attack.
All right, so that's total of 23 damage. All right. So I'm gonna use a calculator for this because it's gonna be changing. All right, so you have a direct hit right on the shoulder, and you can see its shot gets misdirected as it tries to take a shot at Natsu. I'm just gonna do it twice because I don't. Which does hit for 7 damage for the pseudo dragon. So I'm gonna roll for its hit points. Your Natsu has 1 hit point and is getting out of there real quick. All right, Senkor. Is still with us?
That's a good question.
Yeah. That's, all right. Well, regardless, we all know now that Natsu
Well, I
is not
guess
faring
Zenkor
well.
is
So,
dead.
he's been traveling a lot. He might have just passed out in the seat. Then you did a shot. I've just calculated now, and I'm gonna say combat started. Leave it at that for tonight.
Oh fuck. Oh. Fine.
Bye.
I had like a plan. I thought that's okay. Cause like, sorry. I had like envisioned in my head. I was like, okay, this guy's gonna try to take a shot. Dorian's gonna do his thing, and I'm just gonna summon 8 badgers. So it'd be like,
Badger.
but like, what are the things that I can summon? Because I was looking and I'm like, holy fuck! Could you just imagine me like, yeah, we can take on these people, and then being like, fuck, there's 8 swarms of rats. Could you imagine how many rats that would be? How many rats is in one swarm?
Enough to cover a 5-foot like area.
So
God.
could you just like imagine 8 of those,
Like 40 feet of rats.
and then just have that like sick 'em ratty? Oh, fuck shit up. Just be prepared, Calvin. I'm fuck your shit up with rats.
I need Ariel to make a roll for history before we go. And I'll do one for Zenkor, because Zenkor doesn't seem to be with us right now.
History. What the fuck is that?
Intelligence.
Oh, +9.
Damn.
Plus 9. Oh yeah, because of
Shit.
knowledge domain.
Damn.
Fuck
Alright.
man.
Ariel,
Yes.
you look down at these figures, and you guys are close enough now that you can see its pale face. Kind of human-esque skull. But its jawline is kind of like a little bit lower and hanging. And you can see Fang's teeth. You realize that these creatures are vampiric. Spawns of vampires. Makes sense because you remember Davos had mentioned that the Flock of the Forgotten were led by a vampire time ago, and Davos went 100 years ago to this. The creatures that are patrolling these sands seem to be vampires. I'll leave it at that.
I like it.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, fuck.
You guys ready for a shit show next session?
Yeah, seriously.
Does Ariel want to be a vampire? To be or not to be?
I mean,
You're just gonna run up to them with your head tilted. Bite me!
Bite me, bitch! Bite me!
the question is, does a spawn, can a spawn make... Yeah, you might want to check to see if spawns can make vampires.
Oh shit. Could you just imagine if... Oh fuck, that would just be terrible. That would be terrible. I'm gonna do some research, so Ariel's knowledge domain will be quite knowledgeable.
The, there's a lot of good and bad that comes with being a vampire, though.
Yeah.
Like, taking 20 radiant damage when it starts its turn in sunlight isn't too great.
How many times do you have to take that damage?
Every single time we start a turn.
Oh fuck god.
It's like, what if you're like wearing a real cloak or some shit? There's lots of sunscreen.
Well, that's cover from the...
Yeah.
If you find a way to stop the sunlight, then you're technically stopping the sunlight. You're not in sunlight. That's why some people that have sunlight sensitivity will use the spell Darkness. They have devil.
Oh.
Yeah. Then they're like, uh-oh, I don't want disadvantage. Darkness, Devil Sight.
Oh, I got lots to think about here. What are the... Hold on, now I gotta see. What are the benefits of being a vampire, though?
Well, they do regenerate. I'm not gonna say too much about it. That's something that you would know based off of your role. And your just general knowledge.
I was like, do I stop looking it up so I just don't know these things? No.
This isn't related to anything. I just want to share it with you all.